Ms. Kallas, High Representative, Vice President of the European Commission, and of the EU for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Kaja Kallas, and the delegation she leads. During the last months, we've had a number of opportunities to discuss and speak about this partnership and strengthening it and enhancing it and the activities that we are undertaking. Today, we are very glad that we have High Representative Kallas here together, and we'll be speaking about three important milestones. The first is the signing of the agreement between the Republic of Armenia and the European Union on defining the framework for the participation of the Republic of Armenia in European Union crisis management operations, which took place a short while ago. This is a vivid example of the mutual willingness to expand the agenda of the Armenia-EU partnership, which at the same time demonstrates Armenia's aspirations and will continue to make a constructive contribution to the global security, stability, and peace in the world. Second, today we jointly launched the RA-EU consultations in the security and defense sectors. The launch of the consultations in the defense and security sectors is a crucial step to align the framework of our cooperation with modern challenges and make additional efforts to overcome them. In this context, I would like to especially emphasize the cooperation aimed at strengthening the resilience of the Republic of Armenia and the further development of democratic institutions, which also includes such areas as the fight against hybrid threats and disinformation. In this context, of course, in our discussions today, we also highlighted the activities of the EU Monitoring Commission and discussed issues related to the provision of assistance to Armenia under the European Peace Facility. And third, I am pleased to note that Armenia and the European Union have successfully concluded negotiations on a new partnership agenda. This is an ambitious document that will complement and further deepen the Armenia-EU bilateral agenda with new areas of cooperation, while also promoting the effective implementation of the comprehensive and enhanced partnership agreement between Armenia and the European Union. Thus, we confidently state that Armenia-EU relations have never been so comprehensive and close. Taking this opportunity, I would like to thank the European Union for the programs and financial assistance implemented in recent years, as well as for standing by Armenia in difficult times. I would like to remind you that recently the RANA adopted the draft law on the start of which Armenia's membership in the EU reflected the European aspirations. The National Assembly adopted the draft law on the start of Armenia's membership in the European Union, which reflected the European aspirations of the citizens of Armenia. My colleague and I had the opportunity to discuss possible further realistic steps for the implementation of this law. We have also discussed issues related to the successful progress of the visa liberalization dialogue, which in our opinion is the best opportunity to bring the citizens of Armenia closer to the EU. We expect tangible results in this direction with the implementation of the necessary reforms by the Republic of Armenia. Turning to the economic component, I would like to note that in this context, we discussed the programs and tools through which we can deepen our economic ties in order to ensure access to EU markets, as well as to promote more effective interconnections. I would like to add that during our meeting with the High Representative, we have discussed the initiatives being implemented with the EU's involvement in the field of regional connectivity. In this context, I emphasize the comparability, the potential for complementarity of the EU's global gateway strategy. We complement the synergies of complementarity and the RA's government's crossroads of peace, of course. Of course, we can also add the idea of the middle corridor, which we are also discussing with our other partners. In this context, I would like to emphasize the role of the South Caucasus as a bridge between Europe, Central and East Asia. It's also important here to mention about the other strategies, the Black Sea new component. Dear colleagues, this visit takes place in the context of various geopolitical developments which one again demonstrate the great demand for ensuring peace and regional stability, as well as the challenges on the path. In this context, we have reflected on the recent developments taking place in the Middle East. In the context of security situation in the South Caucasus, I've presented the latest discussions in the process of normalizing relations between Armenia and Azerbaijan, which should be aimed at signing the agreement on the establishment of interstate relations and peace between Armenia and Azerbaijan without further delay, and all steps related to the procedures. And as in the present, today also we are willing to have a constructive process forward. Dear colleagues, today we also discussed with the High Representative issues related to the holding of the European Political Community Summit in Armenia in the spring of 2026. Here also, this is another event, another direction that both sides should join our efforts. To sum up, indeed, I would like to thank you gratefully to you, High Representative, for the very in-depth discussions, the detailed discussion. The agreements reached today surely create additional foundations for further deepening our cooperation and also continuously keeping the dynamics of our discussions. Thank you.